Welcome back to No Cap Recap. I'm your host Denzel, and today we will be recapping Wicked. Hey, just make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment on this platform. I'm doing this real quick because you know what? I just got to get this stuff off my chest. I had to do a recap twice. The first recap, I don't think it was going to hit as hard. So I took a couple weeks off. So I thought about it. Everyone already understands what this movie's about at this point. I don't need to go into it. You know that Glinda, the Witch of the East, right? She's visiting Munchkin Land. They're all celebrating because the Wicked Witch of the West has died. So obviously we know that Dorothy has went through this whole thing, her little trial in The Wizard of Oz, which was, years ago that movie was made. And now she's reminiscing about Shiz University when she has met who we know is going to be the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm going to go ahead and just get into my recap because of how great this movie was. The way in which they told this story, I grew up. Let me tell you something. I grew up watching The Wizard of Oz. I watched it countless times. So I understand. I know the backstory, the conspiracies, the theories that have potentially happened on that set. I know all of that. And so when this came out, I'm not a musical person at all. I don't really care for musicals. I like good music. I like really good music. But Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande have set the bar for musicals from now on. There better not be a musical that is not to that standard or caliber. From what I heard, these women were singing on set. So everything that you heard in the movie was actually them singing as they did. Every piece of choreography, to the stunts, to whatever else that they were doing. Believe you don't have to be a person that loves musicals to understand that this is a 10 out of 10. That movie's a 10. Am I gonna watch it again? Probably one more time. Other than that, I don't need to watch it no more. It's not for me. But when I sat back and I watched that movie in theaters, me and my wife went. My wife cried 3 times. 3 of them things. I knew she was gonna cry. I personally could sit there and understand that this movie is spectacular. This is one of these movies for a generation. Do I need to continuously watch it over and over like once a year, religiously? No, I don't. To then turn around and be like, hey, that movie there is one of them ones for 2024. You can't step out of 2024 and not mention Wicked. There's no way. You gotta be a bit, you gotta be a bit misogynistic if that's the case. I'm just gonna let it ride right now. And this is really off the top of the head because other than that, I don't see the reason why you would just hate on that. Especially if Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are doing what they are doing in that movie. The cinematography is spectacular. Oh my God, they spent the money on that. And I tell you, they did it well. I mean, Cynthia Erivo being up at the end of it with that cake, doing that, hey, you know what I'm saying? She hit that thing one time, you know what I mean? She made me want to sing it one time. I was like, I want to put it in the baritone because, I'm a baritone, you know what I'm saying? I'm a baritone, so I'm gonna, I hit that thing one time, you know what I'm saying? Tight, you know what I'm saying? Tight. But anyway, that ending is like, okay, I respect you on that. Like, oh my God, the majesty that they both came in with that movie was superb, spectacular. I am going to watch part 2 because I'm curious on how Cynthia, knowing who she is, I've watched plenty of other episodes and interviews because my wife makes me watch them. Okay. So I know a lot about Cynthia at this point. How are they going to take Cynthia and make her into the Wicked Witch, the real Wicked Witch? You see what I'm saying? You got to enter a transformation to hit that mark. If part 2 and maybe part 3, I don't know if there's going to be a part 3, but if those aren't, if she can't make that character and what the Wicked Witch is supposed to be, I don't know. I feel like then you missed the mark. Glinda is going to be Glinda. You feel me? The Munch is going to be the Munchkins. The City of Oz is going to be the City of Oz, right? But Cynthia has got to hit a transformation switch that has to shake the room by the end of this franchise. How does Cynthia get us to hate her? That's the question that you need to ask. That's what I was wondering after I was watching it. How are you going to get me to hate you? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Especially let me know in the comment section of how is she going to do it. We understand that the Cynthia sister, Elphaba sister, some things going to happen to her. Duh. But when that happens, Cynthia, what are you going to do? I need to know. I need to see it. For the love of film and cinema that I have, I'm curious. I'm anxious. I'm excited about it. A bit of anxiety about it because I don't want you to fail on that. You cannot fail there. And I know that you're taking this seriously. I understand. I know that you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. That's my recap. I don't need to go over the story. I don't. I genuinely don't. There's no reason to. And if you haven't seen it because that ain't my type of movie, and you say that you love cinema, you need to go see it just out of respect for it. There's certain other movies that we've seen down the line that you have to see it at least once, just in general, to appreciate it. You got to. Wicked's one of them. Wicked's one of them. Okay. All right then, man. Until next time, y'all be easy.